I'm Coach Andrew Banner, and I'm an online golf swing and body coach. What is the Tour Proven Pathway? It's a culmination of all my years of experience from golf fitness to golf swing coaching, bottled up into one coaching system so I best work on upgrading swing step by step. I have my baseline swing that I build from, and I have an understanding of how the body works. So my job as a coach is to figure out how can I build you the most efficient and effective golf swing from tee to green, but also understand what your physical limitations may or may not be and optimize your movement to truly get the most out of your golf swing. And so when you break down the Tour Proven Pathway, there's a lot of systems within the system. And so what I mean by that is when I'm trying to help build a better golf swing for you, it's built off of three priorities: contact, distance, and curve control. So all of my golf swings are focused on that. How can I help you with more predictability make solid contact, hit the ball in the center of the face? And then eventually, as you start to strike the ball consistently solid in the middle of the face, then it's about how can I make you hit it far enough so you can go play the golf course and get on par 4s and 2 and par 3s and 1 and sometimes par 5s and 2, but at least get on in 3. And last of all, it's about creating predictability in your ability to hit the same curve on your ball flight, hitting draws consistently. And so now I need a system or an understanding of how am I going to build a golf swing that produces consistency in contact, distance, and curve control. And that's where PPI comes in. Those are my coaching guidelines that I use to really systematize how I'm going to coach you. And what I mean by PPI is pivot, plane, and impact. Pivot, to me, is remove the arms and the hands from the golf swing. It's truly how does the body move throughout the swing, again, without the arms and the hands. That's from a face-on view. That's from a down-the-line view. If I get your body moving well in the pivot, a lot of things clean up. Now, another area of the swing that I'm looking at is the plane. How is the club moving through this plane? It's approximately always staying on a 45-degree plane, back and through. If I do that, I can reduce a lot of inconsistencies in your golf swing and make golf more repeatable for you. And the third portion is impact. That's how your arm structure, your hands, and the club work together, really hip height to hip height. When you look at it from this face-on view, we talked about making centeredness of contact. Well, centeredness of contact with forward shaft lean requires a certain arm structure and a pathway from hip height to produce predictability on how much loft you're going to have on the face, if you're going to hit it in the center of the face or if you're going to hit it off the toe or the heel. And so those are things that I'm looking for: pivot, plane, and impact. Always looking at it from both camera angles. So if you look at impact, for example, from a down the line perspective, it's how the club is moving from hip height to hip height. We never really want it hanging out too much on the target line. We want the club working back and in to out, hitting the ball and working back and in. And so when you start seeing those things, it's easy for me because I break down film every single day on hundreds of golfers. It's very easy for me to identify your swing inefficiencies, your swing flaws, and build you a step-by-step game plan to upgrade your swing within the guidelines of pivot, plane, and impact, all while trying to make you a consistent ball striker, hitting it with enough distance, and having more predictability to your curve control, your ball flights. And last of all, it's really about your body. When I'm looking at your body and trying to optimize your movement, reduce your risk for injury, optimize performance, we're looking for movement control. I really learned this when I was coaching juniors for so long on the golf fitness spectrum. It was helping these juniors who are going to go through growth spurts. They were already mobile, which is phase 1. Phase 2 is putting in stability, then strength, then speed, and power. And so when you build an athlete up with those foundations in that specific order, you can really optimize movement control, put in the speed, the strength, and the power. Now, if you're not a junior and you're an older person, you may have injuries that happened in the past. You may have limitations from working at your desk 8-9 hours a day. And so it's my job to be able to assess your movement so I can build in a game plan where we can optimize movement, bring back and restore mobility, so then you can tap into your strength and power that you might already have, but you don't have full access to because you have a physical limitation from a mobility perspective. But when you bring it all together, contact, distance, curve control, pivot, plane, impact, mobility, stability, strength, speed, power, when you bring all of that together, that is the Tour Proven Pathway. That's how I coach. That's how I help you become a better golfer and truly tap into your full potential. If you're ready to upgrade your golf swing with me and my Tour Proven Pathway, simply comment coach below or reach out to me on any of my social media channels.